Hi everyone, my name is Julia Abdulbarova and I have a unique opportunity to interview a very special guest from Mauritius who is in London to share with us, with the world, a message. He is not just a meditation master, he is an enlightened being, a writer, a speaker, a scientist and a friend. So could you please kindly introduce yourself to our viewers?
I am Swami Paramananda. I'm a Mauritian. I'm a writer and I teach meditation.
Wow. Well, we also heard that there is a global mind transformation mission that you are supporting. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
My pleasure.
How this mission can help people?
You see, our whole world is like a big family, and that big family is made of individuals. But in fact, the individual is yet to be born, because each individual now is a society in himself. Thus, the conflict and confusion that you see in society. So, just like, you know, I'd like to take an example here. In Hindu festival, there is a beautiful symbolism called the Deepavali, where they light many lamps. So if you light only one lamp, we cannot call it a Deepavali. Deepavali means rows of lamp. So each individual conceals an inner lamp, which is there since eternity. It has no wick, no oil, and nothing to sustain it. So the purpose of human existence is to make that light shine brighter and brighter, so that it is spread everywhere in the form of love, peace, virtue. So the person himself becomes fulfilled. But if only one person becomes enlightened and is filled with that light, that wouldn't make big change in society. It will be only for that person. That person will be liberated, he will be happy, he will have fulfilled the purpose of his existence. So that's why I say we need as many enlightened people as possible. Thus the term global mind transformation. Now one thing, it's good that we understand that society comes from the mind, and if we go deeper, even the whole world comes from the mind. So if there's any change that should be undertaken, it is at the level of the mind, at the mental level. But what normally we do, we try to bring so many laws, so many doctrines and moral principles, and as contemporary society bears witness, it has not bring any change. On the contrary, the world has become worst, and present society is filled with people who are diseased. So my observation and understanding is that if we wish to create a better world, we need to bring a global mind transformation, meaning that each individual should go a radical mental transformation. Thus the term global mind transformation.
You mentioned about being enlightened. Well, this is a very big word and vast. Would you just
elaborate?
Share yes, wisdom with
my
our
pleasure.
viewers?
My understanding, and those of masters in the past, is spiritual being, people who have already been enlightened, is that every human being is more than 95% unconscious, which means that the greatest part of our being is in a great slumber. And consequently, the problems that we have in society, as we know today, which means that external factors is reacting with our unconscious mind, the unconscious layers of our mind, and creating all the troubles, all the crimes, wars, rapes, and all the known human conflicts. So to avoid all these, to eliminate all of this problem, we have to increase our level of consciousness. So by increasing the level of our consciousness, our life becomes just as the rising sun. You know, when the sun rises on the horizon in the morning, it dissipates the darkness. So our life is in great darkness, and present society is a result of the darkness that we have inside us. So to become enlightened means to bring so much consciousness in our life that we realize that not only ourselves but whole life is consciousness. So enlightenment means to reach a point that the individual realizes that he is an infinite mass of consciousness, which is the essence of everything that exists. So consciousness is also the most subtle state of matter. So to become enlightened means to become more and more conscious until one realizes that one is nothing but consciousness. And out of that conscious state is born what we call virtue, is born the true person, is born the divine state, the spiritual state. And that is the true purpose of having a human body.
So what is the way to that level of consciousness? How? We are mere common people who are in material life.
Absolutely right.
What is the way?
That cannot come of its own. We need to undertake the discipline of meditation. And here when I say discipline, I don't mean impose discipline from outside sources. It's a spontaneous discipline which is born when understanding dawns on the person, and the way is meditation. Meditation is a science which helps, it is a discipline, should I say, that helps to dissipate that unconsciousness that we have built up since our childhood. So the way, very simple, it is meditation. And meditation, it has to be understood, is a universal science. It has nothing to do with any religion whatsoever. It is, I repeat, a science of the inner world. So it consists of very systematic approach whereby the individual dissipates the inner darkness.
How do we start meditation? Where is there a proper teaching? And
well, the first thing, one need to have the guidance of a master. Well, I don't really consider myself a master. I would rather call myself a friend who have gone through the experience, and I'm like a door. I'm willing to help those who are really thirsty. So the first thing, the guidance of a master, and the second thing, practicing methods that can lead to the meditative state. And here it's good that people understand that they shouldn't be scary of the discipline of meditation, because it doesn't require that you have to leave your house, family and children and live in a monastery. You can do it right in your daily life, but of course you'll have to devote some hours for the practice of meditation, because we have many techniques, breathing techniques and some therapies, but that wouldn't prevent you from living your material life. So first thing, you need to have a master. Second thing, his guidance, and I mean practicing under his guidance. And as you know, here in the UK we already have a small group known as Desgas, and there are already people who are practicing meditation. And I come here twice a year, where I give discourses, techniques and personal contact to guide sincere seekers on the path of meditation.
Thank you, thank you. We actually we also know that you are a prolific writer and a speaker. So there are some amount of books that you have already published, and there is some specific event that you made your appearance. So we're saying that there, how also our viewers can get a hold of one of your books, so get closer to you, to your teaching
Well,
wisdom.
first of all, allow me to say that my books are just like an invitation to touch a greater amount of people, to touch the public. The books are available almost everywhere. I think it's on Amazon, and here those who wish to have the book can contact the people here. We just have to give them the phone number, the email address. It is available in Mauritius, it is available in Canada, where we have also a group.
Thank you. And in regards of speaking, because I did some research and I read that you did a special speech in UNESCO, you've been present, and other spiritual congresses and everything.
In fact, I'm traveling everywhere, trying to get people to understand that meditation is the only way to create a better world. I have been participating in few conferences, and I'm traveling over the world. As I just told you, I have a group in Canada, we have a group here in Mauritius. We have already thousands of people meditating. And you know, meditation is beyond mind, it's beyond intellect, it's an experience. It is an experience of pure love, pure silence, and absolute freedom. But we need to use words to convey, just to give a sign, to give an indication that there's something beyond life as we know it. So that's why I have to use my words, my speeches. So the discourses and speeches, or even the writings, is just an invitation to say that there's something much more than this. So people should be able to understand that the discourses, the conferences, or just an invitation. We have to go beyond it. It's a call that you know, there is something absolutely wonderful, a miracle that is awaiting each one of us.
Once again, I want to stay a bit on the subject of meditation, because as far as I understood, you said that there is not many people really know what is meditation is, because meditation is quite a common word. There are so many people who do practices. There are so many teachers around, but yet you said.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. You know, there are many books that have been written regarding the subject. There are many people who are even trying to meditate and teach meditation, and I can understand that, because people have started to get fed up with material life, because they have become frustrated. So they are looking for something that is really different, that can give them inner peace, everlasting bliss, freedom, and more relaxation, because contemporary style of living is really very stressful and strainful. But very unfortunately, the pure science of meditation has been greatly distorted. So that's why I say there's a lot hullabaloo about meditation, but the truth is that few people know that meditation is a science, and should be very careful about cheap meditation. You know, cheap amateur, cheap people who just like amateur want to teach meditation or even making a business out of it. To be very straightforward, meditation is quite a long and arduous process. It's not that easy. Of course, it can become easy if the person is really dedicated and want to invest much time and energy, because meditation requires tremendous energy, much patience, and enough time. That shouldn't scare people, because sorry, we were supposed to invest much more time in the search of our soul, of that state of being, because that is the very purpose of existence. You see, my understanding that life is like a big university, and we came here for that purpose, in search of our true self, our soul.